Hey, new song. It's Pastor Ryan. This time I wanted to do a video just to kind of get us all on the same page of how we can really, do this honeybee challenge right. So, one of the big things about habits is creating the right conditions for new habits to form. And so, one of the ways that we can really be successful with the Honeybee Challenge is using what you guys have been given, whether it be with the honeybee jar, the beads and stuff, and implementing it correctly. Number one, right? Like make sure that the jar or the bottle is placed in a place that you can see, right? Like if it's not visual, if there's not a visual reminder somewhere in your life, so maybe it's on the table where you eat at. Maybe it's at your workstation, right? Maybe you actually take it with you to work, right? It needs to be put someplace where there is both the actual visual reminder, and two, that you actually have the opportunity to read the Bible, right? Like it's no good if you put the bottle someplace where you see it and you remind yourself that you have to do it, but you have no opportunity to do it. And so that's where having a plan is really key. The second thing is accountability. So this time, we thought about different ways to be held accountable, and the thing that Julie and I tested out that really works amazingly well is using the Bible app from YouVersion. Right, so the Bible app from YouVersion is a really powerful app. It allows you to pick a plan. In this case, I picked the 60-day plan because even if you miss like 4 days, 5 days, if you're doing your Bible reading like every 1 to 2 or even 3 days, right, and you miss several days, but you're still like going back to it, you should still finish the plan with plenty of time. Quite frankly, if you average about 2 chapters a day, you should finish, but that means you have to go and never stop and never lose a day. And so if you sign up to the Bible app, I have a link on Facebook that, or I have a link, I'll put in an email that I send out to you guys. If you click on that link, you will join in the plan that I have actually started. So we will be able to see all the different people who are in the plan. We can see whether they've read today's reading or not. We can encourage them. And there's even a section at the end where it's called Talk It Over. You can write in like a comment or something from the reading that you took away for the day. And so it's a really awesome way to keep each other accountable and to have some sort of tracking and have an idea of what your progress is in reading the New Testament. And the other thing I would say is find ways to include Bible reading into your daily routine, right? We all carry our phones with us, right? Maybe you're in the car, right? The Bible app allows you to play an audio recording like of the Bible. And so if you're on your way to work and you want to listen to one chapter on your way to work, just put it on, right? And then when you finish, like that counts, right? You can put a Bible in the bathroom, right? You can put a Bible in different places, right? You can put a reminder for yourself at work, right? Whatever it is. In our case, I always talk about how Julie and I, if I take a look, you can see that we have our stuff right here. We have the Bible, we have the bottles, and that way every time we eat, we read one chapter of Psalm together. So it's not just reading the New Testament. If you have different parts of the Bible that you're interested in, and you even just start tacking on one chapter a day, I think you'll be really shocked at how much reading you get done. Since we've been married, Julie and I are on Psalm 70, and that, like, if you asked us, like, how do we feel about that? Like, did we, try super hard, or was it really difficult? I think we would say no. It feels really natural at this point. It doesn't even, in some ways, feel like we read, that much, and yet that's what we've completed. And it also allows us to, really spend a lot of time on that one chapter and really enjoy it. And so, just figure out different practices and ways you can incorporate your Bible reading. And every single time you do, put that bead into the jar, and that counts. The really cool thing that I learned about bees is that, when you look at honey troves or the honeycomb and stuff, and you see how much honey is there, you would imagine that, like, oh my gosh, like, the bees produce so much honey, but each bee, I think, in their lifespan only produces like a teaspoon of honey, and it's so little when you compare to how much honey beehives produce. But each bee contributes something to the total amount, right? And so it's not about us feeling like we have to make the whole thing up ourselves, right? It's about each of us doing our part, and together, like, I 100% believe that we can fill that jar, and by the end of May 5th, we will have had thousands of chapters of the Bible read together as a church. And so I'm so excited to see that happen, and I just want to encourage you guys to just take it day by day, and we're all doing this together. And so I'm so excited, and I guess the last thing I'll say is fighting, right? God bless. New song.